Yo, what is good? Loaded Snacks Universe. Your boy Jokes is here. Got the homie Sin.
Yes,
Got
sir.
the homie Coop. Gage in the building. It's your movie club admins here. At least four of us here, so I think we can still have a pretty good old time in here for it. Gentlemen, are you ready to talk about this movie of the month that we all had to watch?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I is.
Yes, you is. So, if you guys aren't too sure, the movie of the month that we had to watch was The Transformers, the movie. I'm gonna say it the actual way because, like, even though like the is like super small in the title, so it just Transformers is gigantic on the jump. But The Transformers, the movie. This is the original animated movie from 1986, if I remember the right time frame.
Correct.
Pretty much this is the, I guess you could say, the ending to the original Transformers series. And decided to go out of, not the final one.
Nah, this is how they ended like the first season.
Got it. I knew it was the end somewhere in there, but that makes a little more sense when you say it. But this was, I think it was a good way to end season one, even though you probably would want to watch it before you watch the movie. But before we jump into before we watch those small details, because we'll talk about what I said. I know we had a little conversation before this. We can go in and talk about that in a second. But let's just go around the room and let's just get our overall scores right now of what we thought of the Transformers, the movie. Sin, I'm gonna come over to you.
I'm at a 5. I'm at a 5. I'm just right down the middle. Like, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's been so many years since I've seen this thing, so I'm just split down the middle on it just right now. That could definitely change by the time we finish or whatever. But right now, I'm just neutral. I'm right down the middle.
Got it. Coop.
I'm gonna give this a 7. Solid 7. It may change, but right now I've thought about it. Watched it twice. 7.
Solid 7. Okay. Gage.
It's nice a whole 10.
Oh, a whole 10.
They're not a part of a 10, not a piece of a 10.
It's the complete package.
Everything that's wrong with this joint is perfect.
I like the way you worded that.
Oh man.
I'm at an 8. Like, I like the movie. I have issues. I have issues, but there's a lot of pieces of that were put together that made this solid. I'm just gonna say the music for one. All right, Wayne Tech wants to start early today.
All right.
I don't like that. Hold it. That's better.
Okay.
But yeah, the music. But I'm in the 8. I enjoyed it. Now, first of all, before we can get in and talk about certain pieces of movie. The first thing I'm gonna say is I don't know. I don't think Talk Studio agrees.
He said, first thing I would say is nothing. Say nothing.
He said, this movie's garbage. Oh man. Okay, let's try and edge in a little. Let's just try it again.
Try it again.
The music. Okay, let's see. But the music's fire. But before we get into talking about like pieces and elements of the movie, it's just like this is something that I feel like you need at least, like Gage said, I feel like you should at least watch this season 1 before you watch this movie. Obviously, there's a lot of familiar characters that even from nowadays you probably will be familiar with. But then there's kind of like certain characters that are in there that are just kind of like, well, are they just here to take up space or whatever? Sin, do you feel the same way about that?
Nah, because one of the things I did enjoy and really love about going back and watching this was the nostalgia portion of it. Like, as Transformers were coming up on the screen, I was like, oh, hey, Slim. oh, I remember him. You know what I mean? Like I was getting that the entire time going through it. It like just felt good. You know what I mean? Also, I really love that style of 80s animation. Like I'm a
Same.
every single time, no matter what. So once I
Straight
see
anime.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I remember you said that earlier about it. So once it started rolling, I was like, I sat up a little bit like, okay, yeah, we in my anime bag right here, like with this type of animation. Project A Code, Robotech, all that kind of stuff from the 80s that I love, I just got with the animation. Now, as far as the characters you're talking about, Chucks, one of the things we were saying, like, I wish I would go back and watch G1 before this. Like, I forgot about Spike, but I know who Spike is. So when they said Spike and they showed him, I was like, Spike old as shit, right? It threw me off. I don't remember Spike like that. But then when they said Daniel, his son Daniel, I said, hold up, bro. When was you getting on, dog? When did you have a kid? I'm so thrown off at this point. So the rest of the movie, I'm kind of like, I'm like locked in with characters like that. Like, bro, I don't remember you. I don't remember none of y'all. Some people out there would come in with Transform, like, I remember you now. I had you as a Transformer back in the day. Okay. So, yes, there was some shock value for me with some stuff, but overall, going back and just reliving, just seeing all these people that I had as toys that I just completely forgot about was fun to go back and relive.
Dig it. I feel like Gage, you're probably in kind of like the same. Yours is a 10, so I'm pretty sure you're probably in that same realm with Sin.
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me is that I've probably seen this movie like 100 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I know all the characters. So like it makes sense to me that like if you're watching this for the first time, it don't mean the same thing to you when like Megatron just show up on the ship and start smoking dudes.
Hey,
like, I'm just smoking. Like I'm talking about Megatron ain't never hit that hard, dog. And just in the movie, Slim just one hit a quitter, just putting holes through dudes, smoke coming out their eyes, smoke coming. I'm like, yo, he's straight murdering guys. And I'm like, these are all people I bang with. This is Prowl, it's Ironhide, it's like, and these are all characters that I know and recognize, right? And I need to make it clear that like when they made this movie, they killed off everybody on purpose. So the reason they killed everybody off was so they could sell new toys. So it's like we need to make new toys and sell new toys. So literally they introduced all new characters. So everybody's new in this joint. They're all characters you never seen before. So Hot Rod, Rodimus, RC, Ultra Magnus, Springer, like all of them, they're all brand new. You never seen them before. They become and then they kept a couple of them like Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Brawn, like, and again, like I know all these brands, like I was all in. So when they show up and start smoking dudes, I'm like, hold up, I think Slim's dead. And this joint like solidified Megatron as a straight thug, bro. When he got on the ship. And he was like, when we sneak past their early defenses, and Slim was like, no. And he was like, such heroic nonsense. And just shot Slim. And I said, he's a thug. Is this what we doing, dog? Like, yeah, nah. So, like, for me, when I watch this movie, all the people that died, like, matter to me. You know what I'm saying? All the voices everybody, you know what I'm saying? Jazz and Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee and like all of them members matter. And like this the first time you seeing like Constructicons. You never seen Devastator, never seen Constructicons, never seen Insecticons. Like these members just showed up. Yeah, like you know.
I would have sworn. Okay, you see, that's why I need to go back and rewatch just the G1 run to see this because I would have thought I knew the Constructicons and Insecticons and all them. Like I thought they would have been around before. It's like okay, so yeah,
they like just.
Needed, like you said, needed new toys.
Yeah, all the Brahmins that was on the Earth, like the base, from Scepter, brand new. Blaster, the little boombox dude, brand new. Like you know, made him to go against Sound.
Right on cue.
This joke is like, so what, bro? Yeah, everybody's new, dog. Like, I don't know. This joint is just like
The Junk Mamas, I know they were new at the time.
the jump. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I know they were
Jump
new.
Mammals is new. Shark the Cons is new.
Yeah,
Wheelie is new.
yeah.
Dinobots is basically new. Like, they just was introducing, like, yo, you better go buy these toys. You know what I'm saying? And like at the time, parents was flipping off, like, yo, you can't just kill Optimus Prime. Kids is in the theater crying, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And they don't know. Yeah, they like, you can't do that. I'm talking about like Megatron picked up a piece of metal and threw that joint right in Optimus
Shank.
Duwaters. Right in his duodenum. Just
I was so bad at that scene.
yo, then if you ain't hate Hot Rod in that moment.
I was mad at how
Man, that
slow
was
it
crazy.
all happened. There was so much time for that not to happen. When Prime cocked both hands back like this for like 5 seconds, I'm like, hey, Megatron, shoot this dude. Like, shoot this dude. Like, come on now. When Prime had the gun on him, he's crawling forward towards the gun. I'm like, Prime, shoot this dude.
Shoot him.
You've been fighting him
listen.
for years. It's over.
Hey, listen, he let this dude Megatron try to beg for mercy out here, and then of course he had to go into the monologue. I'm like,
Hey, Joe, I don't care what you got to say, bro.
I don't know. Hey, Sam, maybe you need to take over. I don't know. It's
Streamland
man.
got a beef with you.
apparently it does got to beef with me, but like, listen, Optimus had to go into the monologue, like talking about you sit here and ask for mercy when you don't show. I'm like, oh my god, dude, just
Shoot this dude.
just put Megatron down.
He's monologuing.
Just put Megatron
This
down.
movie could have been 15 minutes.
Now,
Nah,
for real.
Unicron. Unicron was still out there. This one gonna still be no 15 minutes.
Megatron would have died. I'd have been in the movie.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm with you on that. Hey, cool. I want to ask you, because I know for Gage and Sin, I feel like you guys, did you see it in theaters when it originally came out?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I didn't. I actually didn't see it in the theater. I saw it right after that though. Like as soon as it came home, I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And obviously, you're a few years older than me, but I feel like you didn't see this in theaters either, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I did see it in theaters like when they redid the anniversary jump. I went and saw it at that point, but obviously, yeah, I didn't see it there. But kind of like Gage and Sin, like I give you guys, as you were seeing like the characters show up, I know they really meant something to a lot. When I first saw this, I was the only face that I knew. Obviously, it was two faces. Was like actually three: Optimus, Megatron, Starscream. That was pretty much it.
Yo,
That was
pretty.
Bro,
I
was so mad at that scene.
I remember Soundwave.
oh,
Not
you knew
even-
something.
You know what? I think I did know Soundwave, because I didn't see this movie until after, like when they first started doing like the CG Transformers show. I didn't see this movie until like after that started. So for me, seeing it for the first time, obviously Optimus getting killed within the first few minutes of the movie, I'm just like, oh wait, what just happened here?
Decepticons was dogging the Autobots this entire
Listen,
movie.
the whole movie, the Decepticons absolutely own the Autobots.
They was
every
all-
step of the
But that's normal though, dog. Even if you just watch the show, the Decepticons always dog the Autobots. Like I don't know, dog. The fact that Decepticons can fly,
Star for life. Still hate Rodimus to this day.
like, dog,
Everybody hating on my man Rodimus, dog. That's my
it's
guy.
not riding. It's hot
Sin-
ride.
Sin,
It's hot
you low,
ride.
yeah,
I hate
you low
Hot
key
Rod.
hate Hot Rod. You be attacking my man when we was in the dungeon recording. You low key hate my man. But yeah, so live action first movie pissed me off how Megatron punks Jackson
Just tore my man in pieces.
at pieces.
Right.
So yeah, so for me watching it, I was obviously most of these characters were brand new, and then once Optimus got taken out, and then Megatron got taken off the board technically, and then became the whole.
He was, dog. He was soft.
He apologized, even though it was too late at that point for it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy.
So yeah, so
Apologize on somebody's deathbed. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, like
ain't nothing you can really do. So yeah, so like I was in that bag when I was watching this. Like I don't know, like but three of y'all and two of y'all got taken off the board already. So okay, we're going in fresh here.
yeah. Before we record, I told you I saw this with my son,
Mhm.
and when he saw Megatron turn into a gun, he was like, "What?"
That's the best version of Megatron. I'm sorry, dog.
He was like, "How did this happen?"
Hey, listen.
Wait a
You
minute.
know,
Hey,
that's
listen.
what Megatron is.
I'm good with Megatron turning into the gun. My only issue was how did he shrink though? Like how many times did my man have to like?
Hey, you asking
don't
too many
know-
questions.
You
You
don't
asking
know
too many
that
questions.
Transformers shrink?
Well, I know
Yeah,
they
yeah.
shrink, but from like a Megatron standpoint, like because I've never. I
Unicron
guess-
Josh shrunk at the end from a planet to a giant robot.
You know,
He was eating planets at first. Then he just standing around, running on top of them, fighting Autobots.
Stand on Cybertron.
I mean,
like,
well, I just think different. I mean, different planets, different sizes. Because some of them joints he was
Yeah.
eating was like moon bases. Like he was just crushing them
Mhm.
joints small. So some of them joints was like moons. Some of them joints was planets. I just think Cybertron might have been a little bit bigger. I don't know why Slim didn't just eat Earth, but okay.
Nah, you have to stop. I don't know why. It was like you could have just been done and over with that. But yeah, so like yeah, I guess you're right, Gage. Like Decepticons normally get the upper hand, and then
Always.
the ending. Like I don't know. I get the matrix of leadership. I still think that the ending was like fluke, but
It is. It's definitely
Galvatron wearing
The Jesus
Matrix-
piece?
there's a
Oh,
chain.
that was the hardest thing I saw the whole movie. Galvatron with the
Crazy.
Jesus piece. That was
Crazy.
fire.
Oh my gosh,
I was like, oh, he hard. I messed with this dude.
I didn't like that. But
that was wild.
that's all he could do because he couldn't open it. It's like as usual, my man feeling just like
So I'm gonna flaunt it right in front of y'all. What you gonna do about it?
Oh man,
man.
that was crazy.
But for a lot of people I know watching this, there's only two humans pretty much in the whole movie. I know a lot of people are probably more familiar with the live action having the whole human element in there. Like for me, like I wasn't familiar with either two of them. So I know for you, Sid, like you were saying, like my man was old and had the kid and all that.
Yeah, it threw me off.
It didn't mean jack to me. So
Well,
normally,
it meant a lot to me. Like I really wanted
Yes.
to run back and watch the season.
It was Spike and his father.
mhm,
His father was it was him and his father. If you watch the show,
got
so
it.
when the movie came out, it's now Spike and his son. But you know, they just did a straight up time jump.
Time
bro.
jump.
Like, they just was like, oh, and by the way, we got female Transformers too. I mean, at least one.
Just
Oh,
one
she just
solo
got-
joint.
Yeah, I
I see
know
that.
they do that to sell the movie. Obviously, you know, you need like A-list, you need some actors to sell the movie. But this was like a refreshing Transformers to not have any humans or any like anyone that's really like taking over the screen and just let Transformers do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this movie is like it's everything you really want any of those Transformers movies, those live action joints to really be. You know what I mean? It's just like it's what we do. Or we at war. You know what I'm saying? Or we fighting over Energon or whatever it is, bro. Like you have to understand that nothing about the Transformers story makes sense at all. None of it makes sense.
Hey,
Like
I learned that more than ever watching this movie.
yeah, like none of it makes sense. We just fighting. So like, so let's fight. Like I just know that like Megatron it hates Prime. You know what I'm saying? And
Story of his life.
yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know. Like they have some Autobots to compete with some Decepticons, Blaster and Soundwave. We just go on Rumble and Frenzy and like we just gonna eject cassette tapes.
Yeah, I do like them joints.
Jones was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't, you know, I don't know, bro. Like you got Scatman Carruthers doing jazz and Blaster just being black and like Roadblock. You know what I mean? It's just when I hear them joints, I hear G.I. Joe. It's like I'm watching G.I. Joe again.
Yep.
This
All right,
band
so
just
I
do
come with all the different forms of Deceptive something. Deceptive
Oh, yeah.
chops.
Deceptive chops.
What does that even mean? All right.
No, we're gonna start busting Deceptive chops. What you talking about?
And you know what? Yeah, you're right, Jokes. I didn't go to the theaters to see the movie, obviously, but like the way this movie comes on, you could tell.
Yep. He wasn't first out.
You could tell this movie was like everything from how it comes on, the music, you know, just Transformer. Like it's
When the drum started, I thought I was watching Riding Bean for a second, being first the way the drum kicked in. Start. Hey, hold up.
You could just feel how serious this movie is supposed to be, and then on top of that, like it just goes off instantly. You know, we find out what Autobots are. Boom, we in there. It's it. That's it.
Bruh, this movie don't stop. Like there's no time to assess the situation. Like that's one thing I didn't like about it. The pacing for me, like Prime dies. There's no time to even process that before the Decepticons within 15 seconds is back on their ass. And it was like that the entire movie.
They were literally building stuff back up, and it was like, oh,
that was
yeah.
Don't
I
give
actually
them time.
like that.
Yeah,
It's like they don't. I just feel like that's war. It's like they don't. We're not giving you time to process the loss of your great leader. We coming back to bust you. You know what I mean? Like I actually appreciate that about it. And every time they turn around, the Decepticons back on them. I ain't like no matter where they go, no matter what they do, they on the planet to jump. Guess what you got the power.
You got the
crazy.
Let me tell you something. When that joint, I don't know if y'all know about Dirk Diggler.
Nope.
Oh man, Jokes. You don't know about Dirk Diggler?
Nope.
I'm gonna just suggest you look it up.
Got it.
Dirk Diggler. Listen, here's the thing. This is full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Wahlberg,
Mm-hmm.
right, who ends up being in one of the Transformers movies,
Mm-hmm.
right? God, what is the name of this movie? It's a movie about porn that he's
Boogie
in.
Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
In Boogie Nights, this man is a porn star who just decides he also wants to sing and goes to the studio and sings "You Got the Touch," bro, in the studio. Full circle. This man Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, singing "You Got the Touch" in Boogie Nights.
You know, that's crazy because I know that, but I didn't remember.
You didn't put it together?
It's full circle. It's real out here.
Because he was singing his heart out.
And it was terrible, dog. It's garbage. He's so bad at it. Oh man. That's one of the best things about Boogie Nights, though. Is Dirk Diggler singing "You Got the Touch." It's terrible, dog. It's terrible. And, you know, like they use this movie to introduce not only like a bunch of new Transformers, but like new types of Transformers. So like before this movie, they didn't have like triple changes. Like Springer, the green dude, is a helicopter, a car, and a robot. He's a triple changer. They didn't have that before. You know what I'm saying? You was either a robot, you just a robot, and whatever
Astro
you are.
Train.
Mm-hmm.
Astro Train.
I forgot about Slim Dog. As soon as I saw a train, I was like, okay, this is the dumbest.
Astro Train was a flying train, bruh. That how do you have too much weight and need to scuttle in space? But we're not worried about that.
Because we need to yeet Megatron and his minions off this thing.
We just listen, bruh. Starscream.
Hey, we gotta get rid of some weight. Hey, what's up?
Let's go ahead and toss Megatron's asshole out.
Yo,
it's so
I love Starscream. He's such a baba.
It is,
you know
dog.
what? That's a real villain right there. That's some real villain stuff right there.
Let me tell you something.
Dog.
When they was on, listen, after Prime knocked Megatron off whatever, when he hit him with the two-handed power fist. And this man with Starscream walked over and was like, "How do you feel, mighty Megatron?"
Kick his nuts out of him.
He just kicked this dude like, yo. Starscream, bruh, is the best, bruh. He's the best.
Oh, man.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
And then
What's
he got
up?
smoke. He got smoke.
Mhm.
When Galvatron shows up and this Batman's having a coronation, dog, and this Batman's like, coronation, Starscream. He's like, Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. And he just
Bam!
he just threw him in the dust and stepped on his crown. It's like, all right. Only Starscream would try to actually crown himself the king
Yeah, that was crazy.
of
With a
Decepticons.
cape and everything.
Listen,
Bruh.
that's
The fight
Starscream.
inside of the train was crazy.
Bro, that's what I want you to understand is how large is Astro Train that all of these giant robots.
Bruh,
And just
I was
spin
thinking
in
that the whole time. Like, hey, bro, how are they ever going to keep from Destructo or whatever? No, this is crazy.
Nah, I mean, are you right, Cuddy? Eventually, off the strength of this, they went to Target Master Transformers, Headmaster Transformers, like all of that. They just kept coming up with new ways to get more toys. You know, after this, they brought Starscream back as a ghost in the show.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was a ghost.
Hey, listen, having Starscream haunt me as a ghost.
Oh, God, the worst thing ever. The worst thing ever.
I mean,
That voice haunting you.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Look, man, the fact that like the moment things get started, then the teams get separated. You know, they got two ships. They trying to load the Dinobots.
Mhm.
Out of
yeah,
nowhere.
like they're trying to push you on it. Get on there and walk. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Oh, but they love Cup War stories, dog.
Oh,
Right.
I loved him. It was
Oh,
loving
yeah.
him.
Grimlock's my man, dog.
Hot Rod was
Me
like, hey,
too,
listen, we got more important stuff to do right now. Like, we
Nah,
got
Like, if you don't
Like,
shut your
More stories.
we need to
more
figure out how to
stories.
beat Unicron.
That's not important right now. I need to hear what happens next.
Like, no, me Grimlock.
Well, looks like it's about to
Let's
be
get
right,
ready.
Yeah, I'm about to blip.
right on the about to get blip. This is no, I think we're in the clear right now. I think it may just be. I think it was just him. But you know what? He's gonna come back in and then we're
I don't know. I don't know.
Continue, jokes.
Oh man, that just made me lose my train of thought. Goodness. But yeah, like the Dinobot, like he just had to be like, listen, dog, we have to take care of we got to take care of business, man. We can't sit here and tell these stories. We need to go out here. We got to stop. We got to stop we got to stop them. There's no way to do this. Oh man. But in doing in talk about it, like, do we have any favorite parts from the movie?
Absolutely.
Outside of Galvatron with the Jesus piece, that was probably my favorite part. Overall, just seeing them flex on him.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Oh,
Or
Yeah, that
my son seeing Galvatron choke Hot Rod, and he's going, "Can you choke robots?"
Yeah.
I'm thinking, son, apparently.
that's a good question, sir. I wonder that myself sometimes.
Mhm.
Oh, man. That's probably that's solid. Like, I'm trying to.
What's my favorite from this movie? Ba Weep, Grind On Weep, Ninny Bum.
That was
That's the best part. That's the best part. Universal greeting. You know what I'm saying?
oh my god.
Give him the Energon snack,
Hey, look.
bro.
Hey, look, and you can tell he's watched this plenty of times. He
Hey,
did
listen,
that right off.
I can't
right off
I
the
can't say that joke.
It
Like, I
was
try to
effortless.
bat. Yeah, like he says it once a day.
And listen, he be talking to people on a normal basis. So I mean, hey, he got to find that universal way to say something to some people.
When I when I was a kid, man, it was the cuss words in the movie for me.
That threw
My
me
man
off.
Spike
that,
for the first
that
time.
threw me off when he cussed. I was like, whoa, okay,
Yeah,
That's how serious it was.
ground Spike. All right.
the Ultra Magnus couldn't open when he couldn't open the Matrix, though. The Galvatron I had enough. I had enough.
This is terrible. Terrible.
Oh man. Nah, I agree with Gage on that. It's like that was one of those things. Like obviously it didn't work initially, but then when it did work,
What, the Matrix?
no, not the Matrix. The
Facts
universal
came in.
greeting.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
listen,
That
I don't know
work on the
dollar.
Cybertrons, but it worked on the Junkions or whatever. They talk TV, dog.
Hey, that was funny.
I must talk TV. You talk TV? Oh man, I said, and now the news. Hey, dog, listen. All the characters they introduce in this joint: Cup, Blur,
Mhm.
Hot Rod, RC, Springer, Spike, and Daniel. And this the thing. So when I went and saw your terrible Beast Wars movie jokes,
Not mine. No,
and nah, that's your movie.
I just
And
don't know. No,
my man put on the exosuit. I said, "Oh, they stole that right out of this
Yeah.
joint." He
Mhm.
put that same joint on it. I said, "Oh, they, I don't like that. That's
Drop it down on that.
pretty uncomfortable." Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for real, probably my favorite part of this movie for real is when Unicron transforms.
Mhm.
Because like when you watch the movie, you have no idea that Slim is actually a robot.
Robot.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So when he changes, when Galvatron show up talking that trash with the
That's what I was
Jesus,
gonna say.
He stayed talking that trash.
Leonard Nimoy, dog, Spock,
Mm-hmm.
my man Spock shows up talking that trash. My man said, "Oh, you underestimate me, Galvatron. So I was going to leave your little planet alone. But I'm not even going to eat this joint. I'm just going to dig my hands in."
Oh, he just
How
smacked
you
his
show
hands.
up? How you show up to? How you show up with the medallion? And be like, yeah, I got what you want. What you want to do?
Thinking that's gonna. Hey, listen.
Galvatron the hardest dude,
About it.
dog.
And listen. My favorite joke was when Megatron was first was summoned by Galvatron, and he was like, no one summons Megatron. Like, what are you planning to do to this gigantic planet of a thing that is in front of you?
He gonna do what he got to do. Talk trash.
Unicron literally could just he didn't even need to pluck you, but he started talking all this trash. Yeah, nobody summons Megatron, and then afterwards, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Nuclear migraine.
Yeah.
Hey, dog, for real, that's actually one of the coolest sequences in animated history when he changes him from Megatron to Galvatron. They do that whole thing where they swipe and you see all the internal pieces of Megatron, and he changes them into Galvatron and redoes them and then names the sweeps and all that. I'm like, all right. So the Insecticons, God, they was just killing Bamers in this joint.
They was getting dog walked.
Yeah, for real.
Bad.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
They showed up in that one plan. Hey,
Somebody like Coop. Welcome back. Made it.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Talk Studio must be a Decepticon, and we're ragging on. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, dog. I'm just gonna stay jokes. I'm not gonna change my name no more.
Apparently, I figured it out.
yeah, you figured it out. Yeah.
Talk Studio is a Decepticon. Don't like us talking bad about it.
I said plenty of times I was dog walking the Autobots the whole movie. That should be enough to get us through the stream.
100%, dog.
Oh,
Oh man,
hey Zayna.
what's up?
Yeah.
But nah, that was probably one of my favorite Jones. Just having the likes of Megatron have to actually answer to somebody. Like,
Yeah.
no, this dude really thought he was just gonna take on this gigantic planet. Like, no.
He had the whole mentality of was from Friday, like yeah, when he's around here, I'm gonna what do I say? But when he turned his back,
When he turned his back, I be talking.
yeah,
I be talking. But he actually talked to his face, or no,
Yeah,
I don't know what you would have considered to be. Oh man, but yeah. So I think that's good from the favorite parts on there. Other thing I gotta throw in there. So one thing that really took the whole movie as we go through. I know I said it early on, but the music, like I know, dog, the fighting is in the music. And listen, from the beginning of the movie, like may get like a small little break where there's no music, just for some of the dialogue to come in, and then the music just picks right back up and just goes back into it.
Jamming.
Yeah.
They didn't turn it off.
Kind of like not the original Rocky. It was one of the Rockies. It sounded like the same, like almost the same music. I forgot which part it was.
I don't know.
I can tell you that this joint is the hardest 80s rock joints ever, bro.
You can't get more 80s than this joint.
Hey, listen, just the Transformers theme to do the little slight remix on it, just like how the movie came on. Transformers, just like that joke. Hey, listen, that joke hit.
Yeah, that's what made me knew that this was real. That's
that it was real.
It was the way they scream Transformers.
Yeah, like nah, you can tell like how a movie comes on. Like if it's a show and it turns into a movie, it's like, oh no, we about to hype this up for you. It's like for real. It's like Power Rangers being the show and then seeing it in the theaters, and I'm like, oh, okay, this about to get real.
Okay. Listen, I don't even know where you were going with that for a second.
The TV show to movie adaptation.
I get it with the music. I get it.
Like, don't disrespect my Power Rangers, bro.
I know where he's going for with that.
The music in this movie is just it's on point, like through and through. Like every time they go into something, having somebody singing in the background or whatever while they just
trying to handle business.
Yeah, it the whole thing is fire. This song got one of the best soundtracks of all movies in the 80s.
Well, no, I don't feel so good with the start.
Hey, Coop, that was right.
Oh my god. Coop got me with that one. I'm bad for that one, Coop. Good one. Good one.
Oh man.
Was I the only one mad at Dinobots flying in space and cars driving underwater?
Yeah.
And listen,
I mean, the cars don't bother me. The Dinobot, I mean, I don't know. I feel like none of the Autobots can fly.
Like, why the Dinobots flying around in space as dinosaurs? I get Swoop. That makes sense. But why is the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Triceratops with them?
When Hot Rod and Homeboy when they fell into the
the
Lake of Jones and made the whole what do you call Twister in the jaw? I was just like,
Whirlpool. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
like come on, bro.
I was like,
why are we dropping around in the water? Even when they got to the planet, they first went in the water. He had to go save Cup. I'm like, bro, why are you driving over there? Like, you're okay, whatever.
Now, there's a whole lot of like, I'm gonna transform real quick, and then I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna transform back real quick. There's a whole lot of that in this joint where they just transform, they move from one spot to the other, and then do it again. Like it doesn't.
That's the I think like you pointed like to sell the toys. Like, oh look, he's transforming.
Yeah.
Like just show that stuff off.
Yeah.
I did see that in a it was a Netflix, I guess, documentary on toys, and they were talking about the Transformers, and the same thing you pretty much said, Gage. But then they were upset because they was like, no, everyone wanted the original ones back. So they said they actually didn't do well with the, with the sales of the toys.
What you mean? You don't want Ultra Magnus, which is literally Optimus Prime, just
No,
different color?
I did not want that dude. I never owned Slim. Like, you just Prime.
Let me tell you something. I had Ultra Magnus. Slim was like that. because the trailer for Ultra Magnus wrapped around him, and he was a much larger. Like, it was basically like if Optimus was twice the.
I don't know, man.
Nah, like if you look at the picture of Ultra Magnus behind you, Jokes, how he has basically the trailer he had wrapped around him like that, and then he had
that's right, it did.
a larger helmet that went on top of him that made him. He was a much larger joint than like the rest of them. So they basically took the regular Optimus joint, made it white, and then made a casing that went around him that made him much bigger than all the rest of the joints. Some is like that. But again, I cared about the toys. So like when these joints came out, I mean, Blur, you gotta remember that like Blur, this was when like micro machines was starting to hit hard, bro. And my man John Machida, who was like the fastest talking man in the world. This Slim, he was unstoppable. He was
okay.
Commercials. He was all like he was everything, dog. And like between him and Micro Machines and whatever, and then him being in this joint, it was just like, all right. And like I don't know if Blur was actually supposed to be faster than everybody else or not. They never let Slim race. I don't know. He was like the Flash of Transformers somehow. I have no idea, dog. He just, Perceptor was a mic. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like all of these joints, I think the only one I didn't own Springer, and I could never find RC.
Yeah, I always wanted an RC, never could find one. And the main
now they're not hard to find, but they're expensive.
The main Junkticon dude, I always wanted him. I was never able to get him either.
By his name, Rekgar. Yeah, like him. The fact that the song that he had, right, that song that they had when they were on the plant, that again, you're talking about Weird Al Yankovic is unstoppable in 1986, and this Bama has his own song that's like a full-on song in this joint, just Dare to Be Stupid, just as a song on this joint. Like, like they went all out for this joint. They went like all out. You talking, yeah, Weird Al. I mean, mostly who cares? But at the time, Eat It was like unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are like.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Judd Nelson is Hot Rod. Like those are major names. You know what I'm saying? At the time, most of the people, Robert Stack as Ultra Magnus, like these are names that were like more or less major names. But then also these were again a lot of the same voices that we were hearing when with G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? It was
Orson Welles was
Orson Welles is Unicron. Like that's major. Leonard Nimoy. Again, you're talking about Spock being Galvatron. Like this wasn't no little
jumper. Casey Kasem.
Budget kind of thing.
Casey Kasem. And Casey Kasem is the voice of everything. Like he's on everything. But like again, he's barely in this joint. You know what I'm saying? But he was a regular on the main show. So yeah, this joint just had a lot of star power. It had a lot of names. They did a lot of stuff really again to just kind of push the toys. They didn't care that kids didn't want their favorite heroes to die or whatever. They was like, yo, we gotta find a way to get these new joints out here.
Kill Optimus Prime. Kill a whole bunch of them Autobots. Let's bring us some new Autobots.
All I know is whoever pitched the new Autobots in the movie and they got mad, he probably got fired pretty quickly.
I mean,
when
it was smart.
Yeah, like when Ultra Magnus got bodied, like I even forgot that Ultra Magnus got bodied.
Yes.
And then came
Oh, yeah,
back.
I didn't remember anything about this movie until I was watching it.
Hey, listen, when I saw that part, I haven't seen this show in a minute. So when I
Mhm.
saw Ultra Magnus got bodied, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
okay, that's why Hot Rod steps up.
I was
But I
more thrown off, like, because I remember Hot Rod taking over. I do
Yeah.
remember that from the movie, but like I didn't remember like how. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my god, Hot Rod or whatever. Then when he passes Ultra Magnus, like I don't remember. You're not supposed to be the leader. Then as the movie goes, like, oh, okay, yeah, you caught an L. Okay,
Yeah,
and my man had to get it.
but it's funny
Well-
too because, like I said, I was watching it with my son. When he saw Optimus die, he was thinking like, he always dies, like because in the live action movies, it's always something where Optimus is like, gone or not, So in his mind, like this is something normal. I was like, no, this was like he was gone, so, which is kind of crazy to like have that be such a big.
We almost there. Let's finish.
we almost.
We're almost there. We're almost
Okay.
there. Let's we hit the final stretch.
To have that be such a big deal for this movie, and then like have the live action movies where it's kind of like there's always something happening with Optimus is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, like we're getting close to the end. So, like I know we talked about in the beginning, talking about the way the ending of the movie is kind of like fluke. Like, obviously, we knew what the Matrix of leadership. Like, from what I've seen, I remember from the 3D, like one of the 3D shows. I didn't remember the leader of Matrix actually like the Matrix leadership actually making you like extra powerful, like giving you like an extra like 4
10
feet.
feet added to you. Yeah.
The stature added to you, and then the Matrix just dissolves everything around. So
I was thrown off how they gave Hot Rod a camper. I'm like, bro, everybody just gets a trailer that becomes the leader. It's just automatic.
You become a prime, bro. You get
a trailer.
Where did the trailer come from, my dude?
I was thrown off by that. Like you was a badass car. Now you just a car truck. Like you just fall into that role. Okay.
That's
Camper,
promotion, man.
You're a camper.
He is a camper.
Like he grew feet. So like when he was face to face with Galvatron probably said that. Why the hell are you like we actually he was taller than Galvatron after I feel like at a certain point. I don't. At least maybe about they were eye to eye at least maybe.
I think they were about the same size anyway. I just think like look, the whole Matrix thing is corny. It's terrible. It's corny, but like. It took me forever as a kid to figure out, like, I don't understand why Hot Rod could open it and the Ultra Magnus couldn't. And I'm just like, oh, because when Prime went to pass it to Ultra Magnus, he dropped it and Hot Rod touched it first. That's it. That's all it is to it. When you watch it, when he goes to pass it to Ultra Magnus,
it falls and he grabs it.
He drops it and Hot Rod catches it and then gives it to him. And when he catches it, it like pauses for a second, like it does
like blows and does the whole thing.
Yeah, and then he hands it to him, and he puts the joint in his chest. That's actually one of my favorite parts of this movie is that when he goes to put the joint in his chest, it doesn't fit, and he has to redo it,
readjust it or whatever.
Yes, like readjust it. And
I thought the joint was just like sitting there weird for some. It was like at first I was like, did the animators just forget something for a second, and like the joint just stood there, and he had to pull it back and put it into his chest.
Hey, listen, I don't. That
you're right. Yeah. I just watched the scene. Yeah, like it was glowing and they had the music and everything going when Hot Rod had it. They passed it over the. Yeah, okay.
That's why he couldn't. That's why Ultra Magnus couldn't open it because
it was already decided to go to hell.
Yep.
My man was blown in that moment where he was like, "This is our dark hour." He's like, "Open, damn it!" Like I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Open.
That man was talking to Prime though, like Prime.
Right on
darkest hour. Dog. He just shot Slim and took that joint from him.
Jesus peace.
Put that joint on a chain. Where did Galvatron get that chain?
He got that junkyard dog ass chain. Put that thing on. It was like, what's up?
It's so dope, bro.
And pulled up the Unicron with it. Like,
it was on Instagram and just being like, "Yeah, we got your boss's chick."
It's like the like
Hey, Galvatron on the gram, I pay for it, dog. I pay for it.
I'm gonna shoot a whole music video with that Joan rapping about taking out Prime at the same time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Transformers,
The
Decepticons
man's still
IG
on
will
the
be lit.
ground.
But
He
I still
definitely
don't-
showed up, dog.
I still don't understand why the Matrix was like kryptonite to Unicron. Like he just opened the joint and it just like dissolved him from the inside out. I still I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty instant. It was...
And listen, all I know is they was double disrespectful to Unicron. Like when Autobots first showed up in the drill joint and just went through my man's eye to go inside, and then when they finished after they were running away from him, they went out
Came right back out the other eye.
They came
Yeah,
out the other eye. I was like, y'all just disrespecting my dude.
we're trying to get away. We're gonna blind your ass. Simple as that.
Oh man, but otherwise, like I enjoyed everything about this movie. The ending was just fluke to me. Like I just felt for everything that Unicron was. I was like, just to open this Matrix and literally just dissolving from the inside. I was like, that was just so.
I just thought it was fluke, just how Hot Rod like transformed. Like he shit like this whole movie. Autobots are getting dog walked. Now Hot Rod gets the Matrix. He becomes, whatever. And
Rodimus Prime.
you still don't even whoop Megatron or Galvatron. Like it's nothing. Like you still.
Hey, listen,
It was
he
lackluster.
chucked Galvatron
through
Hey,
the
listen.
through the wall.
I'm like, hold up, how much force did it take you to chuck
Agreed.
this dude
I like
through
it.
Unicron?
I wanted more. I wanted more hands in that situation. Like after everything, I
I'm with
wanted
you.
more hands. But he did really chuck the shit out of him.
I couldn't understand the amount of force that it took to put a hole through Gal. Like I'm like, okay, the ship through the glass eye. Okay, cool, I get it. But you just chucked my man just straight.
And look, and not like he slowed down, just floated in space. Like he was still
Okay.
going.
Right.
Yeet.
Yeah, like he was going. He became a speck. Like how far did he yeet him
Oh my god.
at that point?
Yeah, but overall, like I enjoyed it. I kind of want to go watch, at least like how Gage said, I want to watch season 1 and kind of lead into this to see how
I do too.
I feel different about it, because I never finished G1. Like I didn't start G1 obviously until sometime after those 3. Shut up. I mean, that's valid. But honestly, that was when I originally saw the G1 characters, and I was just like, wait, Optimus Prime. I'm like, this is before I could go to like Google or whatever and just type it in. Like I had to figure out who Optimus Prime was. But I still I enjoyed it. I thought, being just like you said, Sin, the animation style, it's Toei. Like Toei was behind this, you didn't know that? Sir, go to the credits. You have to go to the credits and scroll all the way down.
Oh, I'm going in credits right now. This is
Toei-
Toby.
Toei Animation is in the credits. Biggest day too.
How far down?
Close to the very end, like the last
All
probably
right, the credits are on right now. I'm just gonna let it rock. Okay.
like last 15-20 seconds, somewhere in
Okay.
there. But yeah, this was that Toei Animation in there. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that explains why things look the way that they do in here.
Okay.
Like, I'm the same way. I just love the aesthetic of how
yeah.
the 80s anime was, and it just made it. You see, yeah, there you go.
Animated by Toei Animation. I'm done. I'm done. Hey, look, my score just jumped up because of that alone.
Holy
my
cow.
score just jumped up.
I knew that. How did I know that? You not know that? That's funny.
No, I didn't know. But this just jumped up significantly on my radar, just off of that.
Hey, listen, let's just go around and we're gonna close it out. Sin, are you it sounds like you're no longer at your 5 now.
No, I'm at a 7. I'm at an easy 7. Easy 7 now. Yeah. Look, Toei almost pushed it to an 8. Toei almost pushed it to an 8, but I'm at an easy 7.
Coop, you still at a 7?
No, I'm actually going to push it to the 8. That whole part that Gabe was talking about, because it didn't make sense about Hot Rod being able to control, the Matrix. But that whole point of him catching it first, because I remember that moment too when he caught it, and so that makes a lot of sense. It kind of brings a little bit more to the story for me. I'm gonna put it at an 8.
Sweet. I'm still at my 8. Like as much as there's issues, in here, like there's just too much about it that I enjoy more than anything else. Even
This
for
is a fun-
someone,
this is a
yeah.
fun watch with people for me. Like to have those kind
Hey,
of
listen.
conversations and fun that we're having with it, where these random things are happening, just is one of those type of viewings for me.
absolutely, music, everything else, like just this is like the complete, I don't want to say package that you want, but it gives you that sense of like the new Transformers. Like, we got to sell toys. How do we go in here and make people buy more toys? Let's kill everybody out and let's just start over again.
Yeah, these kids won't care at all.
They were wrong about that.
Hey, bro, Optimus. Hey, listen, this was Tatiana's first time watching it. And so when Optimus died, she was like, just turn that shit off now. Because it was just the same thing. A lot of the characters just not familiar with, but obviously there were a few names from, like, Bumblebee only had like 3 lines, I think. In, like,
seconds in the
He was,
movie.
he was barely in it.
yeah, he had like 3 lines of the whole.
He was like in the
movie.
beginning and the end. Like that's it.
But cool. So eight's all around.
Pretty much.
H can't budge from his. He's at a 10. Only thing
He's
you
at
can
a
say
10, yeah.
11 if you're gonna do something like that. But everyone watching, this has been your movie club discussion
An
for
interesting one.
the Transformers, the movie. I still laugh. I don't. The Transformers, the movie. Let us know what you guys thought. I know a few of y'all voiced what you thought about parts in here. Let us know how you thought about the whole entire
about
movie as a
Fonzo?
whole. Still a good time. And of course, this is our last movie club discussion of the year. Like December has literally essentially come and gone.
Yeah, no lie.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no lie.
So make sure y'all stay tuned. We don't know exactly what movie is going to kick off the new year, but obviously when we figure out what movie that's going to be, you guys are going to be the first to know. But for the homie Sin, for the homie Coop, for the homie Gage, that Wayne Tech just said, no, sir. This is jokes. We will catch you on the next time for our movie club discussion. Check you later.
Loading snacks.